money that Otti Uzor should have used to develop Abia State when he was a governor, just like Otti is doing now. He used it to buy a house in the US. To buy a house that is worth $3.3 million, the other one, $4.4 million. If you are one of those who have been wondering, how come since Alex Otti came to power, he has achieved so much, more than Otti Uzor, Theodore Oji, Okezie put together. What Otti has achieved in his first tenure is more than what these three guys achieved in their years of governing Abia State. You look at governance, you begin to say, is there anything they are not telling us about Abia State? Because before Alex Otti came to power, Abia State was a sorry state. Abia State was the dirtiest state. Abia State was the reference state for failure in Nigeria. 3 governors came and gone, nothing happened until Alex Otti came. And things began to change immediately. What he has achieved in about 3 years of being in power, Otti Uzor, Theodore Oji, and Okezie Ikpeazu did not achieve it. And we have been asking questions. What happened? Where did the allocation for Abia State people go to? Worry no more. We have discovered where you went to. Otti Uzor used it to buy a house, a property in the US. So a few weeks ago, a video was trending online. One of the boys of Otti Uzor, he arranged them to do a video. Said, I'm going to one of Igbo billionaires' house in the US. He showed us one palatable house in the US, property. He showed us. He was showing around. He said, this is what Otti Uzor bought before he came to power. That Otti Uzor is in power to politics to help people. That this property, he bought it before he came to power.
Hello, my wonderful people. This very weekend, Chinezani TV took a journey to Potomac in Maryland, where we met the Igbo billionaire, former governor of Abia State, former chief whip of Nigerian Senate, former this, former that, and senator representing Abia North senatorial district in Abia State, Nigeria. There's no other person but Senator Otti Uzor. This is his home in Potomac in Maryland. This house you see is a house he has acquired years before becoming governor, years before stepping into politics in Nigeria. So the lesson we want to bring about this is not just to show, he's not the type that shows his beauty, but you can see now, he can show where he is living. He can show this house to the public because he acquired it before he assumed public office. And this is not just, he has in Texas, he has in North Carolina, he has in different places, he has in UK. You can see him. He took me around the mansion. I saw by myself. I saw that this is $1 billion investment in Potomac. I wish you know in United States of America the kind of people that live in this particular area. It's this house you're seeing. As we're going back now, you will see at the back is the river, you know. So that back, this back you're seeing, okay, is the river they call River Potomac. So we are here, you have seen, this is the back here. Everything is an everything.
What he did not know is that in US, there are records. So somebody, a whistleblower, had reviewed this. And they brought the tax record of that particular property that he claimed that Otti Uzor had before he became a governor. And the tax record showed that somebody sold that property to Otti Uzor in 2023. Otti Uzor came to power, was in power in 2023. He was still a governor. So while he was governor, Abia State was decaying. People were crying. Civil servants were crying. Hospitals were decaying. Education collapsed. No road. Guess what Otti Uzor was busy doing? He was taking the state fund to buy a property in the US. How can a governor, during your tenure, you are buying a property worth $3.3 million? Not 3.3 million naira, $3.3 million. Convert it to naira, your calculator will scatter. That was what Otti Uzor was doing. Why the whole Abia State became a disgrace? Otti Uzor was busy siphoning corruption. So when this video leaked, Otti Uzor, when he saw that people had pulled out tax record and showed that this guy, you bought this property in 2023. Do you know what he said? He came out and said he bought it in 2023 as a governor, that he sold one of his property that he had before he came to government and used the money to buy this property. The question now, when Otti Uzor immediately left power, he bought another property worth $4.4 million. Now, Otti Uzor should now tell us, what did he sell to buy this second one? Total of $7.7 million. What did he sell to give him $4.4 million to buy the second property he bought immediately left power? Did he sell his kidney? Let him tell us. Did he sell his kidney? Let him tell us. He claimed that he had one property before he came to power. How come after you left power, you now have multiple properties? These ones are the one on record though. They are all the unreported ones, they are still there hidden. And this is an Otti Uzor that has EFCC case of about $20 million. EFCC case of about $20 million. They confiscated some of his property. So, Abia State, it is not rocket science that it is now that Otti came that development started. No. What was happening was that your governors was taking your money to buy properties abroad. Look at the property. If you will see the property, you will cry for Abia State. Abia State became a disgrace, yet Otti Uzor was going to buy property abroad, where he would go and relax. He has been out of power. He claimed to be a businessman. Since Otti Uzor left power, he has started struggling financially. As of today, he is owing $118,000 unpaid tax, property tax in the US. This is just one of his property. Property tax of 2024 is owing it. There's no money to pay. This is 2025. 1 year after, he has not paid the property tax. Why? He bought the money with, he bought the property with financial crime proceeds. So he cannot maintain it. The only way he can maintain it is he has to go back to power. That is why they always want to go to the Senate. Because in the Senate, they still make billions of money to sustain their luxury lifestyle. So he bought the property with public fund. Now he has been out of power. He can no longer pay the properties, the tax of those properties. That is the case of Orji Okalu. Please, Orji Okalu, I beg you in the name of God. There is suffering everywhere in Nigeria. There is suffering in Abia State. Go to US, sell that property, and return Abia State's money for peace to reign. Now, we are waiting for Okezie Ikpeazu and Theodore Orji to come out publicly and confess. Tell us where they bought their own property. Come and tell us. Abia State will forgive you. All you need to do is to confess so that Abia State can apply and recover the funds. Since Abia State current governor is working, Abia State need more funds to continue the good work. So please, surrender yourself. Tell us where you stashed Abia State money so that we can sustain the progress that is ongoing in Abia State. As for Orji Okalu, continue running. Your boss, your friend is now in power, so EFCC has suddenly gone comatose. Very soon, your file will come up again. Every dime that you stole, you bring it back to Abia State. Wickedness is why the Nigeria it is today. Tell me what Orji Okalu is doing with this large expanse of land, if not for greed and wickedness. No worry, you are not free yet. Everybody that stole public fund will return it. If you don't return it today, you will return it tomorrow. If you don't return it tomorrow, you will return it in 10 years' time. But the long arm of the law must catch up with all of you, one by one.